What's up? Welcome to the 312 podcast.
Yes. Hey.
Podcast created by two best friends from Chicago. We're creating spaces for millennials to have wholesome, conversations, because that is what we need.
Exactly. It's the perfect balance of personal, business with a little gangsta.
Yes. Let's do a cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Let's cheers to that.
Why is my cup more down than yours? So explain it. So our thing here is like every episode we want to do like a little cocktail. So for those, well, I guess for those of you who aren't watching, because we will have it just audio too. Ryan made us a cocktail. It looks so cute. Look at this. So what's in it? What are we gonna call this?
It's a sunrise tequila mimosa. So it's tequila, champagne, orange juice,
What's the
pineapple
name for
juice,
it?
and grenadine. I mean that's the actual name for it, but I mean,
It's called the Wake Up. This is
the wake up. That's a good wake up for sure.
So yeah, but anywho, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's the 312? What's the news? You got any updates?
We are in Q4, quarter four. So this is what really counts and matters. And let's just get to it. But what about you?
I'm good, girl. I'm good. I'm not as stressed as I was before.
Okay.
But again, Q4. I wanted to start this early. And let's just get us, out the door, get ready. We're going to start the new year with something new, bring you guys some dope content. And yeah.
I'm here for it. So
and we didn't even introduce ourselves. Who are you? Who am I?
Did we not? Oh my God.
We did it. What's up, y'all? I'm Ashley Diana. If you don't know me, I'm that girl. Serial entrepreneur, marketing expert, mom of two with my one bonus baby. And who are you, my love?
What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan. I go by Ryo the Boss on social media. I am new to social media, getting involved, but I'm here to bring you guys some great content.
Well, you're not new.
Well, I'm not new, but this is definitely fresh for me.
You don't really talk. So yeah, so let me tell y'all, okay. This is about the third or fourth time that I've tried to start a podcast. It always fell through. And I'm going to tell you, initially, I really wanted to do it with my best friend, but I just know her. And I'm like, she's not going. I think I even asked you once. I'm like, so how would you feel about doing a podcast? Like, would you ever do a podcast? And she's like, girl, hell no. I'm good. Like, no. And so that kind of shot it down. She don't even know it. But I don't know what changed her mind, but we're here and I'm excited. Because Ryan got some shit to say.
I think this with me with social media, which I feel like a lot of people do need to find their like niche when it comes to social media. So when she presented the podcast to me, it was like, okay, now it's like, so what are we going about? Are we doing social media with celebrities because it's already kind of a thing that's already out there? So since we're doing actual wholesome conversations and topics, that really felt more connected to me. So I was like, I would love to be a part of that.
So we're here.
So we're here.
So today's episode,
yes,
we're gonna give you guys like an introduction of who we are, but we definitely want to focus on like friendships and the importance of sisterhood,
definitely,
and things of that nature. So I think we should start like we gotta tell them how we met. Like how do we know? For first and foremost, me and Ryan have known each other for 15 years, 14, somewhere around there since we were like 15. Damn, I just gave him our age.
I was gonna say. We met in high school at 15 years old.
Yeah.
Yes. I was new to a all-girls Catholic school, Mother McCauley.
Shout out Mother McCauley.
Ashley,
I don't know. They've been in the media with some whole
Ashley
shit.
just was a sweetheart and approached me to go to a basketball game.
Whose game was it?
It was St. Rita's.
Oh, yeah. St. Rita's.
St. Rita's.
Be lit.
It was homecoming weekend, so
okay, right.
We were talking to I was talking to a mutual friend, and you just came up like, "Hey, let's go to the game together," and we've been inseparable ever since.
Friends. And I think too, like, and it was so different because I think we both did. Like, you went to public schools before and Catholic schools, and then I was in a public school and a Catholic school too. And I'm like, even just the type of girls that you run into, like it's kind of different. Like, wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, I think people think by going to an all-girls school, it's a lot of drama and it's catty.
It
wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't at all.
Actually, it wasn't.
I feel like it's like going to school with your best friends or your girlfriends every day. Like, you don't really have to worry about doing makeup. You don't really have to worry about no, girls still fought. Don't get me wrong. Girls still fought. It was still catty bullshit and whatnot. But I could really focus on being in school. Ooh, I'm steady hitting this mic. And focusing on academics and stuff like that. And you meet some really dope ass people. And I would say with Macaulay too, the difference from being at a public school and a Catholic school, you really do get a better education. Sadly.
Yeah.
And more opportunities, more resources.
I mean, literally, I could go into court with the Mother Macaulay shirt on, and I can guarantee
why were you in court?
The judge is gonna throw that case out or that ticket out. It is what it is. But definitely.
Why were you in court?
Oh, for tickets.
We ain't gonna walk over there like you ain't just say. I can walk into court.
I was actually going to graduation practice, and I was late, and the man was like, "Yeah." So I mean, I came in there with my Macaulay shirt on, and the judge was like, "My daughter goes there."
I did
so
the same
I went
shit
there
for a speeding.
Yeah,
that's when I found out. I didn't know anything about aggravated
good connections
speeding.
Forever.
Yeah, it is. And I went in there with my uniform and everything going to. Yeah. They're like, you go to Macaulay? Yes, sure do. Sure do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
And with us knowing, I think what we wanted to do with this conversation is just really talk about the longevity of friendships and how we're able to maintain the friendship that we have for so many years. Because you really don't. Girls they're not really friends for that long.
It's sad.
You don't
really
see that
sad.
as much anymore. But I don't know why.
I feel like we need each other, but there are some underlying issues, I would say, as how we are brought up in, how we're raised as women. I think I will say me being around women who pour into me, when I was younger, you're fine, you beautiful. You look good, whereas I seen with my other friends and their relationships with women and their families and their mom, and they're like, oh, you think you cute, you think you this, or it was kind of combative. So I really think it starts off how you're raised, and I really appreciate the women that are around me and my mother who poured into me, I'm smart and I'm intelligent, and, she noticed that instead of being... I would say sometimes with your family and your mother, it can be some underlying jealousy and hate.
Unfortunately. Yeah, and parents don't realize what you do at home and how you're raising your kids is going to highly affect the way that they treat other people. And I think a lot of times, especially when you have girls who are pretty looking, like you said, or even if you have the darker skinned girls, you face issues of colorism, and even within your own family, and they're just oh, you're the dark one of the family, you're the, you know what I'm saying? And that's you got to realize saying those things, even if it's jokes, with my family, I ain't gonna say no names, I ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus, but it was always you talk like a white girl. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just no, I'm just articulate. I'm smart. And I use proper grammar when I speak. Why is that a problem?
Yeah, definitely.
And, they would joke about it. Nobody meant any harm. But, I did grow up where I'm just I felt like I got into, altercations or fights or shit like that, because I feel like I gotta show motherfuckers okay, all right, I speak like that, but you don't know who I am and where I'm from. I knock your teeth down your throat. But but that came from all the time, whether it's the kids in my neighborhood. I'm the girl that go back to the hood in the Catholic school skirt and everybody making fun of me, but I'm getting a good education, and that should be okay. So speaking of girls who are very catty or who are very just mean, I think it has a lot to do with, what I'm saying, how you're raised. And so shout out to the mamas. Yeah,
and I also think it really goes back to our history, though, white separating us by house, Negroes, and I'll say Negroes, so I think that's important too. It's really actually started with them, because we really are the superior, we are the top, we are the best. We come in all shades and colors. Anything mixed with us, we enhance. But I definitely think it stems from that as well, but definitely how you're raised too.
That internalized.
Yeah.
And don't get to quoting me. I'm I know there's a specific term for that too, but just all of the things that we go through as Black people, and a lot of it is internalized. And we put a lot of stereotypes on ourselves unknowingly. but we put a lot of stereotypes on ourselves just based off of how, you know, other groups have treated us and have put us in categories. And it's like, this is exactly what separated us. And
That's
we're
what they
doing
wanted.
it to us, and they want that.
Yeah.
And even so, but like I said, even with the stuff that predominantly white high school that we went to, stuff that comes out, I will say when we were there, I don't know about you, but I didn't experience too much like racism in that school.
No,
I didn't.
At least not to my face. But I believe it was. I mean, I'd rather you do it to my face. To your face, yeah. Me personally,
I will say like the undercover racists are a lot worse because it's like you can smile in my face and think. I'm thinking we're really. Ooh, come on, tequila. I'm thinking we're really good friends. Sorry, y'all, just burped. I'm thinking we're really good friends.
Yeah.
And then, you know, even with Macaulay, when Obama was elected, I remember being at Carbondale, and it was a huge ass riot. And then I remember being on social media in our like Kairos groups and things like that.
Yeah.
The amount of like racism I saw of the girls posting stuff, tweeting stuff, like people getting exposed in their group chats. Like it was like, I'm like, and these were the girls who I would, you know, hug and kiss every damn day in school. But also I think it was a lot of like, oh, you're the token black girl again. Like, oh, you're not like them, you know.
Right.
You're not like them. You're different. You're a different black girl. Or oh, you're pretty for a black girl. Like that shit. And it's just like, okay. I'd rather you up to my face like you said.
Right.
I don't like you. I don't like you because you're black.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep it moving. I stay away from you. You go on your corner, I go on my corner. But I think those like undercover racists, that's scary, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's scary.
I definitely agree with you on that. And I also think, also going to an all-girls school, like we said, we did get a chance to experience something called Kairos. So,
ooh, Kairos.
Yeah, you go away, and it really opens your eyes to, like, you never know what someone's going through, especially as females and women, and we all have gone through different things, different stories, and I think that actually brought us closer. So I'm grateful that, you know, you and I are still here, and we have
let's tell
over 10 years of friendship.
Tell them about Kairos, because I don't think, unless you've gone to a Catholic school, or know people in Catholic, I don't think all Catholic schools do Kairos retreats.
No, I don't think so.
But we had looked up the definition. What was the exact definition of
It's like a season. It's like a harvest. It's like a gathering. So that's where that comes from.
So at Macaulay, they did a annual. Well, it wasn't annual. It was just for the seniors. It was no, we weren't seniors.
You're senior.
We were seniors.
Mm-hmm. It's before you go off. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm speaking right. So it's a retreat for the seniors that they do every year, and you go away somewhere. I don't even remember where we were at, but like you don't have your phones on you. Like you really you like meditate. You go through like Bible scriptures, not like crazy hectic. Like of course we pray, and then there's opportunity for you to have like deeper conversations and stuff like that if you choose. But the main thing for us is to just have these conversations, talk about what you're going through, you know, kind of be there for your sisters. I would say majority of all the girls that we went to Kairos with, like I'm still have some type of connection with them. Like we still talk, whether it's just like on Facebook, or
definitely.
You know what I'm saying.
I've been to a couple weddings.
Yeah, like it really just brought us together, and it was an opportunity for us to just kind of talk about. Like it was a big ass therapy session. I would say that it was a huge, and I think that initially opened up therapy for me, and what made it a lot easier for me when I did start going to therapy to be open to that, because we were even able to have these conversations and have these like safe spaces where we can, you know what I'm saying, talk about what you're going through. And it really taught me a lesson that I will never forget, that you really don't know what people are going through. Yeah. It was girls in there who were, you know, families going through financial issues, parents passed away, that I'm like, I didn't even know you know what I'm saying, mom or dad was sick, and we sit here in history class and we laugh and joke and smile, we give hugs every day, not knowing that she's going home getting abused. She's going home getting raped. She's going home, her parents are divorced. She's going home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much going on. Right. And it allowed us to really reflect on it. And I think it really did teach me empathy.
Yeah, I think that's something we're missing in friendships and sisterhoods as women, is that we don't really know what everyone is going through. And sometimes when we're mean to each other, it's because we, see something in somebody else that we don't have or that we would like and that we would want. So I think us going to an all-girls school and having that sisterhood with women of all colors, sizes, shapes as well, different backgrounds, hearing what they're going through as well, really opened that door for us. That's why we're able to have these friendships like you and I since we were 15 today, because you and I did go on our retreat together, but we did separate.
We did. And we realized that yesterday. I'm like, oh shit, we did go on Kairos together.
So I think that was really important because it opened up some more about you, more about me as well, to help us become who we are today.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
I remember even being in that, sitting on the bed, like me, you, and like Barksdale. I think Aaron was on that. Aaron Grice, whatever.
Yes.
She was on that Kairos, I think. And I'm like, I just remember us sitting on the couch just having like girl conversations. Like, we had this one conversation. I ain't gonna bring it up.
Yeah, we had some great. Yeah, I think we need that more. I would like to see that more with women.
So what's the what's the issue?
I think it's
the lack of sisterhood.
Aesthetic thing. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a crabs in a barrel thing as well. I've been to a couple of women events and networking events together, and I just don't feel like we really are sharing and we're as genuine anymore. If I'm coming to your class and your course and you're supposed to be showing me how to get from A to B, please show me how to get to A to B. Don't just tell me to go on and keep being strong. I want to learn how to get the millions too.
Give me something,
right?
And I think it has a lot to do with social media too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women, or just people in general, like let's not even just we're women, so that's what we speak on, but just people in general. We have this idea that like if you don't post it, it didn't happen, or you know what I'm saying, like wanting to have some type of content to put on there. So let me just show this vulnerable moment, or you know what I'm saying. Let me get these girls together, and I'm gonna show them what to do, and all, because that's gonna bring you revenue, right? That's gonna bring you the engagement that you want. But like that's not even you as a person. Like you're just not that type of person. You can't force genuineness. Is that a word?
Yeah, I think so.
Genuineness.
Yeah.
You can't force that though. You know what I'm saying? Like for you to be genuine, for you to show love, and for you to really want to help people out, you can't force that. And I think it's a lot of forcing that, because honestly, it's money behind it. People get paid for doing those types of events.
I mean, who doesn't like a nice person, or at least you come off as a nice person? It's an image. I really do, but I have to be honest with social media. I really feel like if you are going to do something for someone, just do it with both hands, not one expecting something in return. And I feel like social media has done that a lot, especially with people like doing skits, grabbing milk for somebody's grandma, and they're like, oh, here's $20, buy your groceries, or like if you're gonna help her or do something for that lady, just do it.
Why you gotta record it?
Like, and did you even ask if they wanted to be recorded? Like, it's and so many things.
There's the other side of it where like that's humiliating for some people.
Yeah, it really is though, because people are really going through a lot, especially after the pandemic. And it's just not, we're still coming back from that. I think we all are still coming back from the pandemic, because we've never been through, especially me as a millennial, you as a millennial. It's new being home all day, not I went crazy a little bit.
Girl, you did.
Yeah, especially seeing like all the killings for Black people, especially our Black men. Police brutality, it was just a lot.
We had pandemic, and we had goddamn riots and everything.
Yeah,
that was a lot.
I wish somebody would have got me a Chanel bag. I'm just saying, one of y'all. No,
somebody, anybody.
Yeah.
Scream! This girl's in my pants. I really want to do that. That little TikTok. It was like somebody, anybody, everybody scream.
Oh yeah, that'll be cute for us. Okay.
You know what that's from?
House Party?
No. Brian.
What is it from?
Brian.
Come on now. Chicken salad. What is it from? Chicken
get
salad.
You some of this. Now so our producer Nadia, they were telling me like they kept talking about fucking chicken salads. I'm like, what are y'all talking about, bro? I'm like, damn, I need to get a chicken salad.
Yes.
And I'm being dead ass because I had not heard that audio not once.
You were late.
I kid y'all not. After y'all said that night, all down my timeline. All down my, you know what? Serious offense. All down my timeline. I'm like, oh, this shit is funny.
Yes.
I'm drinking way too fast.
But speaking of fast,
Oh,
but
goodness.
let's roll back into us as far as like loyalty and friends. Like I really appreciate you as a woman. I think that's like our friendship stems from me like you inspiring me and you really being a woman's woman. You walk into a room, you know, attention's on you and you're just nice to everyone. And I think that's something that's just in you.
I try.
Yeah, but
And
you're
vice
also like
versa,
a great
girl.
mom. You're a great entrepreneur. You're about your business. And you're also great to turn up with. You're like my church
It's the
and my
perfect
turn
balance,
up.
girl.
Yeah, you really are.
It's same thing like with you. I'm like, and I forgot who I was talking to about this. Like, it's very important to have friends that, you know, I don't think we've ever had the relationship that like I'm gonna call you every time some shit going wrong. I'm like, I never want to be that friend that every time I'm picking up the phone, I'm telling her about what went bad in my day. I really feel like you're my friend. Like, granted, if I ever need to call you and vent to you, like, you're always there. You're very supportive. We've had our months where, like, we go with not talking, not because anything is going wrong, but you know what I'm saying? We're moving through life. You know, life is happening. I never felt any ill will towards you, like, and vice versa. I never felt that coming from you. And we'll meet back up. And it'd be like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
And I will always say, I'm like, you are one of the most supportive people in my life. Like, hands down. Like, I don't care what it is. If I have an event, I have a birthday party, like, you know what I'm saying? The important milestones, like, Ryan has not missed not a single one. And that's why I'm just like, I never felt that I needed friendships that were extremely, like, high touch. Like, I have low maintenance friend. My best friend is a very low maintenance friend. And you know what I'm saying? We do what we do. We have been friendships have been friends for a very long time. I think one of the things, because we were talking about like how we were able to have this long friendship.
We had a great youth.
Yeah,
Like,
we did. We had a fucking ball.
Yeah.
We
really
were
turned
out.
up.
We were at Shrine. We were at Hearts. We were at Spy Bar, White
Studio Paris.
Studio Paris.
A time when the club industry and scene
But
was
it was
just, you had to be
fun.
there. Sawtooth
It was
was my
fun.
first
Ooh, it was
bottle
fun.
serving job. Shout out to them.
Sawtooth.
Then those were the days.
And
Definitely.
we were young.
You had to be
like,
there.
We was young. And I feel like
athletes, rappers, like they would
everybody.
really hang out, you know? I guess because social media was around, but it wasn't that like so big. Yeah. But we had a good time when we were young. But as we got older and, you know, got up in age, things, priorities
young. We are
change.
young, honey.
Yeah, things just happen to change. But I think it's all about communication as well. How we communicate.
Is key, for sure. And how you say that, like how you communicate. People communicate different. People have different personality types and different ways of communicating. And for you to have like a long friendship or, effective friendship, because anybody can know somebody for, 10 plus years, but to have it be an effective or a positive or, a good friendship, like you really just got to kind of understand each other. And I also think you got to have like the same values. Ooh, excuse me, to a certain extent. Like we don't have to, do everything the same, but like certain like core values, like you say, the way we communicate, trust, like certain things that I wouldn't do, you wouldn't do, so on and so forth. Like it's very important.
Plus our families know each other because we've really, our moms are very close as well. They turn up too. So, I mean, we've been through so much together. Like we have that really
What would you say
relationship.
Was like the one thing that like solidified our friendship? Like, and I feel like we got some of the same ideas.
Definitely us getting arrested. Yeah. Well, I was arrested. You were
in the ambulance.
Yeah, it was a long time.
So,
a long time ago. But those were good days.
Tell y'all the story. Give y'all a little breakdown. So we were out and about. We were in,
Oh my God.
What was it like? Where did we, I don't remember where we went that night. We stopped somewhere.
We went to
with
a
our
club.
friend, Dana. That's where it started, with the event where her mom was.
Yes, that is how it started.
Because we were like, we was lit. And then we went somewhere after there and like another club.
Yeah, we were.
And I remember we were with our little sister. It was with Naira. I remember her seeing somebody that she didn't like. Mind you, this is young Ashley. Like when I was just a hothead, I didn't really care. And still, like, again, having that mentality that like I gotta prove that like I'm with the shits.
Right.
Knowing that like it's unnecessary, but that's just like how I was, you know what I'm saying, coming off. Like let me just prove I'm with the shits because y'all be thinking it's a joke because I speak proper and it's really not. So I remember the girl walks out of, we're leaving out of TBK, disgusting. I don't know how the hell we was eating that shit.
TBK was so good though in Chicago when you're drunk.
When you're drunk, like, that's it. I've had that shit sober. And I'm like, what are we eating? I make better tacos at home. Ooh, let me not bash. Love you guys.
Right. I'm just...
But anywho, we're leaving out of the amazing taco place called TBK, and they're leaving out of Mr. Greek Guy Roast. And I just remember, I don't know if she even said nothing. My drunk mind told me she said something, and
she did. Naira, but I told her to ignore it. And Naira, she, like I said, she's our little sister. She kind of popped off, and it turned into
I just remember her walking out, and I was like, "Who, her?"
Yeah,
like in her face.
And it
went downhill from there.
We were pepper sprayed.
Yeah.
But I beat that girl's ass. That they arrested me. And I threw my food in the officer's face because I felt he should have arrested all of us.
And all I can remember is like she maced me to the point where the ambulance part, I had to get carried to the ambulance because I literally could not see. I had to get my eyes flat, like they had to put the little goggles on. Yeah. I had like a blood clot in my eye. Like she literally aired her entire case. I don't think it was pepper spray. That shit was some dog repellent. I don't know. Because I've been pepper sprayed like at a concert before and like it was just in the air.
Okay.
I don't know what she put in my eye, but I just remember like I was on her and I just remember it like in the corner of my eye. And I'm like, you know, your adrenaline is pumping. You're just like, I'm fighting through it. And then somebody pulled me off. I don't remember. The minute I look up to blink my eyes to see, it was hell.
That was a crazy night. Our parents, we were in trouble for a long time.
I think I still got that. If I find that picture, maybe I'm gonna post it on it. Nadia, if I find that picture,
I remember that actually
because I literally
you was in the hospital bed and your mama was looking at you like,
was I handcuffed to the bed?
I think so. They were not playing with us at all. The officers were so.
I was handcuffed to the bed.
They dropped me off to you though. I was like, this is
that's
crazy.
what I was saying. I just remember looking up, y'all, and all I see is like TBK on the food on the police officer's car. All I see is the squad car and like food dripping down it, and Ryan's like, "Let me go." Yeah. So she threw her food at the officer. I guess I don't know, but
I don't ever want to get in a police officer car again. It's very uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable. I'm good on all of that.
I'm so good on that. That was years ago. Haven't done that since.
That really did solidify our friendship for sure. Mm-hmm. And I would also say, I mean, we've had a million different instances, but that might have been like one of the earliest.
We were some rebels when we were younger. We were definitely some badasses for sure.
We used to be in the Jag with the top, like going to the beach with our little bathing suits on,
stealing our parents' car when they're asleep. Just bad, just rebels.
And I have a daughter, y'all. I'm scared.
I want a son.
I'm scared. And watch you go. You're gonna have all daughters. Please. So I have, like I said, I'm the mom. She's a fine ass auntie. And even like having a friendship like that where I've experienced having to let go or kind of step back from some friends because them feeling like I'm just not as fun anymore because I'm a mom, or you know what I'm saying? Like not even giving me the chance to like, how about you invite me out? You just always assume I'm gonna be home with the kids. Not knowing me and her dad have joint custody and joint parenting time, and she's gone half the fucking week. Like, mommy is lit.
Right.
Like, it's a good life over here.
Yeah, and I definitely love that for you, that you have a supportive partner too. That
love him. Mommy in.
Yeah. That's important.
But we were talking about that too, like how we were able to keep up our friendship. And I feel like when you have friends who have different personalities, different, you know what I'm saying, values, things like that, I feel like it's a little harder to maintain a long or a positive friendship when it's like too many elements that are different. Because then y'all talk to each other different, y'all go out different, you take trips different. Like, and I think that the thing that kind of holds us together is just like, we're very similar. We're very similar.
Yeah.
In those instances.
Definitely. And us being females too, but I do have a male best friend. I think that's important too. Like, I think it's good for us to have that balance where we can, I can go to him. His name is AJ.
Love
as
AJ.
you know,
Hey,
AJ.
AJ.
But he gives it to me like straight shooter, whereas with you, I can like get my story out.
Yeah,
whereas
literally.
With him, I'll be like, and he said he was a little bit, and he would be like, Ryan, honestly, if he rocked with you, you wouldn't be on the phone with me right now. Like, he's probably fucking another bitch. Because that's what I tell girls. Well, I'm just busy right now, but I'm really busy fucking another bitch. And I'll be like, what? You know what? Okay, I'm just gonna call.
And
Ashley.
we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But like you said, you're gonna get your story out. I'm gonna let you all right.
And also, he's never crossed over with me. We're very. I mean, I look at his daughter like my daughter, a goddaughter. Same with your children. I think we all have that relationship. But as a male, being friends with a male, I think a lot of people think like because him and I are both like nice looking that we've had relations. And no, we've been friends since we were 14, and it's always been just a mutual respect, understanding. And I think when it crosses over is when people do start having sex, because me and him are here.
Right.
You don't have to worry about me on my, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're here. So I think that's important to also have like a good guy friend that's around you as well.
So why do you think? And we both, like, unfortunately, I had to, I don't even know if I should say that because I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna go there. But I have a male best friend. But like, what is why do people think that that's like something that is impossible to do? Like, why is it like, oh, if you have a male best friend and you're a woman, like it's something there? They always make this statement that if he's given a chance, I bet you he smashed. And it's like some niggas actually respect you as a person. They'll never even cross that line. And some of them are like, she look good, but I'm not attracted to her.
Yeah.
Like, that's my sister.
That's definitely how we look at it. Of course, I think he's not my type. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I also know you very well, just like you know me very well. But he can also be very nice and sweet and stuff when I have gone through things with, my guy problems and stuff like that as well. And even then, in those moments where I'm vulnerable, because as you both know, it was really hard for me with a certain relationship because it was turned domestic. And even in those moments, he was there for me closer than my own blood brother, So I think it's really about how you, like you said, how you're raised and stuff like that. And, it doesn't always have to like revert to sex. Like just being like, we really just have that. We see each other like family though, because we've been around each other for so long. But there are people out there who will be like, oh, that's my bro. And then you introduce them and have them around each other. That is just that. First of all, that's not cool to me. Don't bring me around somebody that you have feelings for, that you are sexually attracted to when you're dating. I think that's just wrong and it's tacky. Be single and do you until you're ready to be committed to one person.
Exactly. And I also think, I don't know what's in this that's got me burping like I'm a fucking 18-year-old football player. Like, what the hell? Drink up, Ryan. What are you doing?
I'm about to.
We're gonna take a break and
what the fuck are you doing?
We're gonna take a break and let Ryan turn up a little bit. It like it's not 12 o'clock. Oh, it's 12 already. So it's lunchtime, baby. Guys, get her a shot. But speaking of that, I think it has a lot to do. I won't say a lot to do. I think one of the components of that, I think, is the foundation of your relationship. Like, I know you and AJ met, when you guys were younger in high school too. And I think a lot of these relationships that either the guy, I feel like majority of the time it's the guy that's like gonna try his luck. Right. But I think that he initially started that friendship on the idea that like, I like this girl, but I damn near probably don't have a chance with her. So I'm gonna just try to be her friend and let's see. And I really feel like it's some guys, I've talked to some guys where that was the case. And I'm like, you could have said from the jump that that's what you were trying to pursue. Yeah. I would politely let you know that shit not happening, bro. Like, I agree. But I really do I think that it is some situations. And even on the side of the girl too. I think because talking about me and Sid, so I've known my boyfriend since I think I met him like the year before I met you. And so me and him have been friends for forever.
So sophomore? You met him when you were freshmen?
I thought you
were sophomore.
Oh, so
I transferred to Macaulay sophomore year.
So it was after that. Me and him worked together. Always like this dude, always had the biggest crush on him. But I'm just like, I ain't gonna go there. So like I was kind of teetering on the, hey, I like you, but I don't know if you like me like that. And he kept it strictly platonic, like strictly for 10 years, however long we stayed friends, until I made the initiative. But granted, like I said, I still had that idea in the back of my head, but I never was like, I'm not gonna try him. Like, he cool. Like, we have a good relationship. I don't want to ruin that. But a lot of men will be like, she cool. I don't want to ruin it, but fuck it, I'm gonna try it.
Right.
Let me see if she going.
Right.
And I feel like if you start that relationship with that foundation that there could possibly be an opportunity, then that's where shit like kind of, because you knew what you was trying to do.
Right.
Jacob.
Right. I think it really just depends,
I don't know who Jacob is.
On the foundation. Right. I was like, it depends on the foundation too, like you said. I mean, because how me and my male best friend AJ met was at school, and we were both in trouble, and we were going to get the hall passes or whatever. And we just was laughing about it, and we just became real cool after that. But I mean, I feel like if you're a friend and you know, like you're just trying to stick around and wait for it and stuff like that, or you don't respect their new partner and stuff like that because of, you know, you guys might have had something in the past. I think it's really important to say that. That's when you really find
out, when you like being single and having a male friend or vice versa, it's easy. When you get in a fucking relationship and you happy in that relationship, you really gonna see if that nigga your friend. Yeah. You really gonna see. You will for sure see if that's your friend.
You will. I mean, one time this guy I dated in the past made me call AJ and be like, you know, get on that with him to see what would happen. And he was like, if you don't get the fuck off my phone, right?
Like, are you fucking drunk?
He was like, he's like, no, you fucking roach. I said, a roach?
A roach?
I called him a roach.
But a roach, goddamn.
He was like, because he wanted me to like do that. And I know, toxic relationships, you do stupid stuff. He was like, you little roach, like, what are you talking about? Like, get the fuck off my phone. I think he knew too, but he was like, no, I don't like you. Happening. Yeah, like, no.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Like, I'm like, he's
Have you ever had a situation with a guy that you were like friends with and he tried you and you was like, damn, G, like I really thought we was fucking friends. Like, here you go fucking shit up.
Yeah. I have with one person.
Yeah, same. I had that happen. And I think it's my downfall as such a nice fucking person, G. Like, I'm nice to everybody. Like, I meet niggas and I think me as a Libra, you know, we're amazing. We're very charming. Yes. And people will really take that shit and be like, oh, she feeling me. No, nigga, I'm just being nice. Damn.
Yeah, no, I'm very direct. If I don't like you, I'm going to let you know.
So I don't know how the fuck them lines got crossed.
And I told them it will never be you. Like, even if it's not, like, you know, guys will really try to hurt your feelings, and you got to go in on their ass too. Like, no, it will never be you. Like, I don't know why you thought that.
Look, you I'm sorry we got our co-producer in the back that's a male. I hope we're not, you know, getting it in. You paid us right. We are not bashing men, we swear.
No, really, because the way they be bashing us.
Child. But anywho, speaking on friendships and bashing and having different personalities, like at what point, okay, here's the thing. There are some friendships that you have a differences of a whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit just not working. Mm-hmm. What would you say, like, at what point do you realize you need to essentially break up with a friend? Like that, because that is important, one, and it's a very tough situation to go through.
Definitely.
What would you say, like, at one point, if you're having, say somebody's out there, they have like a friendship that's, you know what I'm saying? What would those characteristics be where you're just like, you might need to break up with that friend?
I definitely think, even though we might have a strong past and history together, but sometimes you do just grow apart in their actions and their behaviors and the things that they say and do. And a lot of friendships and relationships, when they're one-sided and you started to see that, it's kind of easier to step away from it. But I mean, I have cried over a friendship before, you know, and it hurt just like a breakup. I mean, and especially, is like when you guys have a long history together. I consider myself a good person, and I try to be a good person and a good friend. But if I can't be real with you and honest with you, just like if you can't be honest and real with me, you know, you could check me on some things. I'm going to check you on some things, but it's all about our communication. But if I tell you something and you're just like, fuck you, 0 to 100, How many times do you want me to be your punching bag?
Yeah,
you know,
that's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. So,
and I like how you said too, like we can check each other. However, I do think that it has a lot to do, like there's a time and a place for everything.
Definitely.
If you are that friend that's always like some shit happens, or you feel like you got to check me in front of people, or you know what I'm saying, have these conversations, there's no way that we can continue to have a positive friendship if you're going to continue to try to embarrass me in front of people. I feel like everything is everything has a time and a place. And I remember the friend that, I mean, you know what I went through, and the friend that I unfortunately had to break up with. I remember it was times like that where she would say some shit in front of people, and my literal response would be like, you don't have to do that right now.
Oh man.
Like you don't have to do that right now.
I hate
like
that.
that's my business, and that's nobody's business to know. And I feel like when you have those conversations, like you said, if I can't talk to you, you're unable to take criticism, because there's no way we can know each other for 10, 15 plus years and I not have one single thing that I don't like, or you know what I'm saying, one thing that you do that bothers me. You got to remember, like, we've been friends since we were teenagers, we're adults, like we've grown with each other, we've changed personalities. Like you weren't the same Ryan I met when I was 15,
right?
And you know what I'm saying, whether it was a conversation of, hey, these characteristics I'm not really, you know what I'm saying, fucking with, or it's like, well, hell, I'm gonna embrace her for who she is and accept that moving forward. But it is a time and a place for everything. And I really feel like those toxic relationships miss that element. Like they don't have that. Like you can't really talk to them. They aren't listening. And like you said, people drift apart. They grow apart. Like you no longer have the same interests and stuff. Like I can't, in this older age of mine, like I'm not going out in clubs like that like I used to. Like in a relationship, so that dynamic in my friendship has changed. Like if you're not okay with me going out and try to, you know what I'm saying, be your wingman every time we out somewhere, knowing good and goddamn well I'm in a fake relationship, that's not gonna happen. And so like certain shit just happens and you guys realize that you're just gonna drift apart, and that's okay. I don't think we talk about that enough. Like the person that I had to break up with, I have no ill will. Like, I don't dislike you. If somebody ever asks me, I'm like, you know, I hope she's doing fine. Like, you know, I wish her nothing but the best. Like, I don't have anything negative to say about you. I just know that our friendship is no longer working for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I was the one that had to break up with this friendship. So I had to really realize that it was certain things that just didn't align with where I wanted to be. And they say it all the time, like, show me who your friends are and I'll show you, you know what I'm saying, what your future looks like. And I started to realize that as I got into more business ventures, you know, wanting to be in this relationship, being in a positive relationship. Because before, you know, I've had my relationships where I got abused or cheated on, or, you know what I'm saying? So it was easy to be my friend then, because now we're sharing this bond of trauma.
A trauma bond.
Yeah. Like, okay, I'm going through it too, girl. Fuck it. Let's go out. Let's go on this trip. Let's let these niggas take us out. But now, like, I'm not really calling you with the negativity anymore, because it ain't really much negative in my life that I want to talk about.
Right, but that's a good thing. That's a great thing.
Some people can't take that though.
I actually don't want to be on the phone 24/7. I mean, we are gonna have our moments, but I wanted to see you happy. I want to see you in love. I want to see you be treated right, because I've seen what you've gone through, and I feel like, unfortunately, for some people and their friendships, I don't think it's like a bad jealousy, but it's kind of like ooh, I wish I had that. I wish, you know.
And here's the thing. I feel like it's okay. That's okay to look at your friends or the people that you're around and like, I wish I had that. But like, don't come from a place of jealousy. Come from a place of like, that inspires me.
Period.
Like, I want that for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that we have that enough. Not us, we have that, but just, you know, other friendships that I see. And a lot of people remain in these toxic friendships just off the basis of we've known each other for so long. And I know so many people who have those friendships that's like, well, I've known this girl, this guy for so long. You know what I'm saying? No new friends and all this other shit. But I'm like, you might need some new friends. You might need to break up with that friend and open another door.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. People are kind of against like no new friends, or they don't want to have friends. And I think that is stupid. I mean, not saying that you have to be besties with each person you come with, but it is important to not always be the smartest person in the room, the best looking in the room.
You're not gonna get nowhere with that.
Yeah.
You can't. I love that you say that. Cause it's
Yeah,
like
you have to be able to bounce off each other and learn. I feel like even
Yeah.
as you're getting older, you're always learning. You're never too,
Yep.
you know,
And like you said, y'all don't have to be bestest friends in the whole wide
Yeah.
world, but like
colleagues. Yeah,
acquaintances and colleagues. Like it should be important for you to have access to people who are living the lifestyle that you want to live.
Yes.
And have access to just kind of have conversations with them. Go have dinner. Like we have our couple friends, me and Sid, that we'll go out with, or have dinner. And then we have our single friends who again will go out with and do stuff individually or together. But we have those couple friends who are very successful. You know what I'm saying? Like they go out, they travel, they have nice houses. It's like, oh, we like, damn, let's go have dinner with them. Like we need some motivation.
For real.
And that's cool.
I love
like
to see it.
You should have that.
I do.
So yeah, if you are listening to this and you are experiencing trauma and toxicity, that is a word.
Yes.
It's a fucking word. And toxicity in your friendships or your relationships, family, whomever, you might need to really reevaluate. Like I feel like there's a rule of thumb, like you need to have a friend, whether it's the same friend or different friends, like people that you could talk about, like the past, present, and future. Yeah. Like we're going to reminisce on some shit. But let's talk about like what's going on today. But then let's also talk about like, hey, like what are we looking forward to for the future? Right. Whether it's business ventures, whether it's salary increases, change in careers. Like you got to have all those types of conversations to have a good ongoing like bond with people.
Mm-hmm. Everything will then turn full circle as well, because you have to put out what you want in return. And I think a lot of people as well in our generation, I feel like our generation too, we try to keep up with things that we see due to social media instead of just like living in the moment, handling your business and focusing on you. And then everything will come as it's supposed to, because you're focused on that instead of trying to like,
you're focused on that.
Yeah. Keep up with other things. So I think that's important too.
For sure.
Yeah, but I am a strong believer in you can't have anything that you don't want to see anyone else have. So when you like, I think with our friendship, we just pour into each other.
We do. And
I'm really grateful that you were the one to like bring me on and like be the person to be my cheerleader. Like you can do this. I think that's important as well.
That. Everybody needs that. And then vice versa. Like there's always like, if I ever tell you anything that's going on, any accomplishments and stuff like that, there's never been a point where I'm just like, I feel like Ryan's not really happy for me. Like, even if you're at your lowest of low and you're a good friend when it comes to that, because, like, you really do, like, keep it to yourself sometimes. I'm like, girl, I would have never known that that's what she was going through. Even though I'm like, bitch, I'm your friend. Talk to me. But, I'm happy that we're able to have this dynamic. And that's why I think us going into business together, I'm like, I typically don't like doing business with friends. And you know this, we've had these conversations. Like, I like to keep that shit separate, because I know me as a business person, I know I could be an asshole. Like, I know I can be very adamant about what I want. And I know me, I'm easy to be like, this shit ain't working, I'm just cut it off. And like, you know what I'm saying? Not have conversations. That's my toxic trait. Not having conversations. I need to do better with that. So I'm like, I'm happy that we're able to open this business venture together.
Me too.
And be able to do it. Because I'm like, when it comes to going into business with your friends, if you're going to do it, like you definitely have to have good communication for sure. Just keep everything in writing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have these, I think what we do good, we have our business meetings. Like we do this, but we're also like, after we leave here, we're going out. Like we're going to go have brunch together. We're going to sit down. We're going to celebrate. We're going to talk about shit that ain't got nothing to do with the business, because we're still friends at the end of the day. Right. And I think that that's something that's very important. If you're ever looking to go into business with friends, like for sure, make sure that you still have a friendship. Yeah. Cause I did the whole YouTube thing with the other girls, and I can talk about that. Like,
sometimes things just don't
work. It didn't work, but I also think that we didn't do enough outside of that. Oh yeah. As friends, we didn't do it. Balance. There was no balance. It was just always content. And it got to a point where we all got irritated. Like, bitch, this is too much. Yeah. Balance. But I'm so excited for our future endeavors. This is going to be fun, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. Yes. Hope we didn't talk you guys to death too much. We're going to, just move forward. Like we said, the perfect balance of, just personal and business with a little bit of hood. You feel me? And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. We did it.
On the 312 podcast.
So thank you guys for joining us for our very first episode of the 312 podcast.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate you guys. If you have not followed us already, make sure you follow us on Instagram at the 312 the podcast.
Yes.
312 the podcast. And YouTube at 312 the podcast.
Yes.
And yeah, follow us along.
Like, comment, and share.
Like, comment, and share. You can download us, listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.